actuator here, my UFP A60, and anyways, before I take the one apart that's on my trailer, I got the new one sitting here. Got to pull these rods out before I can slide this thing in, and I want to point out that this thing runs on wheels. It has rollers, the front and the back. You can't see these ones very well because they're hidden down in here. But some of this stuff is going to fall loose when I pull the pins out. This stuff is connected through that. So this and something down in there might just be the wheels. But anyways, I'm going to check it out here, take it apart first before I do the one on the trailer, so I know what to expect as far as, this stuff falling apart or something. And that way I'll be able to still get it back in there. Well, I got the old slide out, and I had to pull the reservoir, the brake reservoir, out through the back. I had to separate the two. So I pulled the pins, and the front part came out the front, and the reservoir came out the back, because this is a hard fitting on here. So you have to spin the reservoir onto here and tighten it before you slide it into the hole down here, and then join it up with the push rod. So I'm going to take this inside. I just pulled the nut off of this other pin, and take that inside and check it out. So checking them out side by side, we're checking to make sure they're the same length. This can go on, there's a gap here, that's why it's sticking out a little bit further than that one. I'm not going to mess with that, it's alright. So there's a little bit difference in the spring. They have a spacer here, and I'm sure that's a stiffer spring. Other than that, they look pretty much identical. Different cylinder. Hoping that's a stronger one. And that's it. I'm going to go put the new one together. The small side faces the inside. The long side goes against the frame. Feed the wires through first, and then you slide the whole assembly. I think I just let it fall apart. So you slide the whole assembly back into place. And you got to watch out for this stuff falling out. The pad is flat in here. If it's in the wrong way, it won't sit flat down in here. And this is what keeps this from wearing down against the inside of the frame. I opted to I put the slide in while I was inside the house. Took this whole unit inside the house and did it inside there. I just got down putting the brake line on, and I opted to set it up the way I have the swing away arm, so I had the option of taking the tongue off, and so I just that's a solid fitting on there. So I actually spun this thing around. I got the thread started and actually turned this whole unit around to get the fitting on there tight, and then tightened it, of course, at the end. And so now I'm on there with my new unit and everything. This one has two wires. The other unit only had just the blue wire, which I'm going to connect to this right now, blue to blue. And then the white one, I'm wondering if I should connect it into the white one, the white ground for the lights. Anyways, probably going to leave it alone and just see what happens without hooking it up to anything. So now I got the brake line hooked up to the new actuator. I got my cables connected, cinched up, put out of the way, and then just got to get this thing closed. And yeah, so now I've got my hitch with my safety cable. Got a safety cable on it now. The other one, I don't know if the other one was taken off by somebody or if it just never had. I don't know, but I think a safety cable is a good thing to have. So there's my new hitch. I haven't put any oil in it yet, but yeah, it's gonna be good. I gotta clean it up. Okay, so now we're down to taking the brake hub assembly apart, replacing it with new. That's the old stuff. So this is what I found. I want to take the caliper apart right now, and that's what I actually found on this thing. So you can see where it actually hit in here. When I had the feather, it was really bad. You can see it's hitting on the outside of the hub down here somewhere, and it's no wonder. I'm so glad I have all new stuff to put on here. Brand new hub, brand new rotor, everything. Alright, so bearings, all that. That's it. Hopefully the spindle is good. What I've decided to do, you can see I'm letting it drain out fluid before I put the new caliper on. This new caliper is ready to go on. These are hardline fittings; they don't spin, so I'm going to actually have to spin the caliper to get it threaded, and then once it's in tight position, then I'll mount it back up in there. So anyways, but what I decided to do, since I replaced the surge brake actuator yesterday, there's no fluid in it yet. I see this draining out. It's draining out pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go fill the reservoir now in the new surge brake actuator, and then let the fluid continue draining down through here, trying to get some new fresh fluid in through the line before I hook up the caliper. Got the spindle there. I got the rotor on, the hub rotor, whatever you call it, and nice, fits nice. I got the caliper hooked up. I just got to bolt it on now. Here we go. Got one side down. New brake calipers, new brakes, new rotors, new bearings, the whole schmeal. The only thing I didn't replace was the spindle, and I didn't need to. It looks very good. So take this off of here. Done bleeding the brakes. Ready to rock, man. I'm just gonna do one more side. You live in the desert, you improvise. Anyways, I'm getting ready to clean the spindle and get the grease off them. So I got my 14,000 BTU Black & Decker portable AC blowing right on me. So my left side's freezing, my right side's hot. It's 102 out here today, something like that, maybe 103. And anyways, yeah. I'm on the second side, getting ready to. I just gotta clean that up and then put the new stuff on and ready to rock and roll. Bleed them out. All right, second side done. And man, it's hot out here. Even with this thing blowing on me, it's hot. So anyways, it went together real nice. This side didn't really have a problem, but I'm changing it all out. So. I got the hubs. The hubs did come today for this, the front idler and the both idlers, but it's just too hot. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to wait until maybe until the season's over, because there's really nothing wrong with these. It was the brakes that had a problem, and that's another story. But all right, man, it's good to have new brakes and hubs and bearings and all that stuff. Okay, I just got done releasing I'm bleeding the brakes. So it was tight, I released it, released the fluid. Dang! Great video, man. Anyways, doing my brakes. So, if the bleeding is good, it's locked, it shouldn't be, so I can still turn it if I turn real hard. But anyways, you can tell how the brakes are applying. So, this is what's coming out. It's all solid. That's it, man. Before I let her down, give her a spin. And spinning good, man. Spinning good. Ready to roll. Now I gotta just get it clean.